All right, what is up, guys? I don't know what channel I'm posting this on, but hopefully it's the cancer-related channel one. So what's up, guys? Long time no speak. It is currently November 25th, I think. Day after Thanksgiving. And it's with a heavy heart I have to say this, but especially day after a holiday where people gather with their families to say that my father, Jose Luis Gutierrez, died of complications with this cancer. He died on November 13th, and as of 2 days ago, I just got back from Mexico, and where we laid my father to rest in his hometown of La Arroyo de Coneto in Rodeo, Durango. So, yeah, this video isn't more or less for talking about my father and what he went through. That'll be for a day later time. This video is more of a warning for anyone dealing with cancer, or a relative or a family member, loved one dealing with cancer, and you want to save them. Hopefully you don't repeat what I did, and hopefully you can save them from this horrible disease. So yeah. So without further ado, yeah, so all the stuff that I did right and all the things that I did wrong. I gave my father marijuana, a high concentration of marijuana for his cancer, along with chemotherapy. So we were in contact, communication with I wouldn't say an oncologist, but a cancer survivor. Her name was Corey Yellen. Died earlier this year in, I believe, January. And she was the leading expert in cancer, in my opinion. And by some miracle of God, we got in contact with her, and she set us up with high concentrations of marijuana. That was the right thing I did. That's one of the right things that I did. And it worked. It worked. It worked really well. We were on chemotherapy, and she even said it herself. The stuff works better for whatever reason when you're on chemo and on the marijuana. So that happened. We were on this for quite a while. I believe it was like 6 months, and we saw incredible progress. My dad went from like not being able to walk. He was like skeletal, and his tumor shrank. It's crazy. It's like his tumor shrank. Like everything that there's a show that she does, Cannabis Health Radio, and it's still going on with Ian Edwards, and you can find that on Spotify or on YouTube. But that's where I heard her for the first time, and by some weird coincidence I managed to get in touch with her, and it was awesome. And my dad, he's looking great, man. His tumor shrank, which is fucking crazy. It's really crazy. Unfortunately, by this time it was December, and this is what caused my father's death, and this is a warning to everyone. My father decided to stop using the cannabis oil for 8 months afterwards. So January hit, and then he was feeling great, over the moon, and he's like, I'm all better now. And even though with the warnings of Miss Corey Yellen to not stop doing the cannabis until the disease is eradicated, he went against her will, and he stopped taking cannabis oil, which was devastating for me because that was when a knot kind of formed in my stomach, and I was like, ah, fuck, he's gonna die. He's gonna die because, you know, I don't know if it's just because he's older and he's more stupid, or because, you know, the chemo did something to his brain, because he had chemo brain for sure, chemo rot, I call it. And it wasn't good. It wasn't good. He had the chemo rot, chemo brain, and just his cognitive faculties were not there anymore. And he was saying some stupid shit, man. Just some stupid shit. And you couldn't get him to do anything. You could not get him to do anything. It wasn't until August of this year, a couple of months ago, right? It's November, in where he had not taken the marijuana for 8 months, and it finally caught up to him. And the doctors kind of told us, hey, his liver is really enlarged. The tumor is really strong, and the tumor is really big. And at this point, it's like, ah, fuck. It's like, you're fucked sort of situation. So in comes October, and then when I left him on the 28th of October to go to the military, he was doing fine, he was doing great, but then 3 weeks later, he died. So I guess the main thing here is if you have a loved one and they got cancer, there's certain things that I just want you to look out for. Obviously, the main one, don't stop taking the marijuana. If you know, please. You only got one shot with the marijuana, so be careful, guys. You only got one shot. At least that's how I view it. If you stop taking it, you're kind of fucked. There's a point of no return. It's weird. It's really weird. But ivermectin, and there's another one. My father was on ivermectin and on the other one, and it did not help him. So be careful with ivermectin and the other shenanigans. Now, I know most people say, oh, like he probably didn't have a high enough dose. He was on a really, really high dose. I think 500 milligrams or something. It didn't work. Now, he did have liver cancer, so maybe the liver wasn't processing the medication enough, and maybe it overworked the liver. And, you know, my father died of liver complications because all the organs kind of shut down. So, you know, to use that information, but what it may be. So, but just understand ivermectin, you know, we started at the late stages, stage 4, and it didn't work. So if you're catching it at the early stage, maybe you have a shot at it. But we did the marijuana, the ivermectin. We did not do the chemotherapy. I feel like the chemotherapy was like the main thing that we should have done. Going into chemotherapy, man, this one is one of those, you're gonna have to make a decision. I can only tell you my experience, but when he was on the chemo and on the marijuana at the same time, he was doing great. But for whatever reason, when he was only on the chemotherapy, he did horribly. The tumor grew. So kind of take that information and do whatever you want with it. Maybe do both at the same time. Ms. Corey Yellen's advice was do both. He only tried one, which was a chemotherapy, and it fucked him over. So, you know, and then afterwards we only did the marijuana. So, you know, and that kind of fucked him over too, because that didn't work ultimately at the end. So you kind of do what you got to do. I would say play it safe, and only do the do the marijuana and the chemotherapy at the same time. So just play it safe. Don't be dumb. Don't think that you can outsmart this disease, guys. We had some of the best minds, and you know what? Sometimes it catches you. It catches you off guard. So yeah. Another thing, I was told not to do this, and I told my dad not to do it, but do not do any biopsies. I was told that the body itself protects you from cancer by encircling it with some sort of bubble. I'm not too sure if it's like true or not, but from what I heard was poking at the cancer is only going to spread it more instead of containing it. So don't let your loved one get poked by an oncologist. Like, for Christ's sake, you already know he has cancer. Why the hell would you want to like poke at it? It makes no sense. Don't let your loved one get biopsied, guys. My dad got biopsied once, it was okay, but shit hit the fan when he got biopsied the second time. Afterwards he said he felt like shit. I don't know if that was in his mind, but afterwards, after that biopsy, everything went to crap. You might say, why did he get biopsied twice? My mom had the stupid, I don't know, man, like, I'm so frustrated with the women around me, man, and like, I can't really say too much. Oh, there's my mom calling. I'm not gonna answer her. There's so many women that kind of just lost their shit that I just have a negative opinion of them right now. I'm sorry, I know it's all that, what do you call it, the masculine, toxic masculine and stuff like that. It's just, those are my feelings. I have some ill will towards the women around me, and I don't mean to address it to all the women, but it's kind of like what, I'm going through it, you know what I mean? I lost my dad because of fear. My mom being fearful. The first oncologist was great, and we got that tumor down really low. And my mom, for whatever reason, she switched his oncologist, and he wanted another biopsy, and he kind of fucked it up. He fucked it up. I don't know. Everything kind of went to shit when we got that new oncologist, and once again, all because of fear. All because of one woman. She was fearful, and she kind of, I don't know. I mean, I'll say what's in my heart. I feel like my mom killed my dad. I'll be honest, man, at this point. Like I said, it's probably the grief speaking, and it's probably the anger that I have, but that's just how I feel right now. Maybe in the future, man, I'll probably look at this video and it's like, oh man, you're an idiot for saying that. But yeah, fear. Don't let your loved one get biopsied, guys. Just don't. I mean, if you want, do it at like a 3-month stage, like later, like in 3 months. But they'll most likely have you start the marijuana if you can find it. Swan Apothecaries on Facebook. Find her. She'll teach you how to do everything. But start that, and then it's gonna be a 3-month wait regardless. Like, you're not gonna get chemotherapy right away if you're on a wait list. And so you might as well get the cannabis oil started, and then see if like maybe you don't even need the chemo within those 3 to 2 months of waiting. But you just gotta wait. At least that was my experience. We started the cannabis oil before the chemotherapy, and he was doing great. So shit. So don't let him get poked. He or she, don't let your loved one get poked. That's stupid. Why would you biopsy if you already know there's a smut? Damn it, dog. So what else? I don't know, man. I guess don't let fear kind of take over. Just come at it from a logical perspective, even though I know how hard it is. Because once you start losing your shit and you get emotional, that's when you start making mistakes. I made the mistake of letting my mom kind of control the situation for a little bit. And it wasn't until like the very last ditch effort and where like she kind of like, oh, you should take control of it. Like you should do it. And it's like, yeah, like you already fucked up. You already gave him the death sentence. I mean, he gave himself the death sentence too, but you know, just mistakes all over around. So I don't know. But once again, it's probably the guilt. What do you call it? The stages of grief right now that I'm probably going through. Just trying to, because honestly, man, I'm blaming a lot of people. I'm blaming myself. I'm blaming my sister. I'm blaming my mom. I'm blaming God. That's bad. That's bad when you start doing that. And, I'm keeping it to myself, but it's just so many things could have been avoided. And, ultimately, I don't want you going through the same thing. I don't want anyone going through this stupidity because it feels stupid. It's like my dad died for no apparent fucking reason. It's like, why? We had it in the bag, and somewhere along the lines someone fucked up, and I'm trying to blame that person, and I know, but and it's just the way that the dice is rolled, man. I know that. I know logically from that perspective it's no one's fault. It's just life. Shit happens. I know that from a logical perspective, but man, try telling that to your monkey brain, dude. And but yeah. But overall, guys, if you need someone to talk to, if you're at a certain stage with your loved one's cancer, reach out. Reach out. Because for sure, you don't want to be caught lacking making those same mistakes that I did or I let these doctors do. Because there's some truth to that, like doctors are trying to make a quick buck off of you. And there's some truth that they know what the hell they're doing. There's this weird middle ground, and you got to be in that weird middle ground. Like I said, don't let them biopsy you. Don't let them biopsy your loved one. And I keep going to that because I feel like that's where we messed up. I told my dad, so I did my due diligence, but he messed up, It's hard, man. It's hard to communicate with people that have this disease and they're fearful and they just want to know or want to try to do their best in order to survive, and they're putting all this confidence at these doctors. And sometimes the doctors don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what they're doing, My father was receiving the wrong chemotherapy for 8 months. So, it is what it is. Fuck you, Dr. Dejani, UMC, Lubbock, Texas. Fuck you. Fuck you. That name will forever be solidified in my mind. I hate that dude so fucking much, man. I hope that he gets bad diarrhea and he poops his pants in front of some important people. I don't know. I don't wish him death or anything like that because that's horrible, but I want him to poop his pants and be embarrassed. Take that, Dr. Johnny. But overall, guys, that's, I guess, my experience. Once again, if you need any sort of help, any sort of resource when it comes to this horrible disease, let me know. Yeah, good luck to everyone, and be thankful you have your loved ones, guys, because right now, I'm going through it. I live with my parents, and it's weird, I was calling my dad's name out today, and it's like, Dad, like, where are you, Dad? And, I have his number on my phone, and I call him, and he doesn't pick up, and His Facebook is still active, and you go out to all these different places where he ate, where you ate, where you talk to each other. I for sure can't go to the damn fucking hospital. I don't even want to see that damn hospital, man. I hate hospitals at this point in time. I hate that damn hospital. But yeah, that's just how it is. Who knows how long this will take to clear up? But I'm grieving. That's for damn sure. So yeah. So with that said, guys, yeah, kiss and love your loved ones that have cancer, cause man, dude, you don't know. Maybe 3 weeks from, cause my dad's thing happened suddenly. He's fine one day, and 3 weeks later, he's dead. That's how fast it is. That's how fast things turn. So yeah. So with that said, guys, I'm out. Laters. Bye. Peace.